Hello and welcome to FG Rides, coming from my shed in beautiful Pennsylvania, USA. Today's video is kind of a rag and bone buffet of clips from AIM Expo. If you're not familiar with AIM Expo, you're not alone. A lot of people have never heard of it. I hadn't heard of it until a year and a half ago, and now I've been to two of them. People haven't heard of it because it's not open to the general public. It is for manufacturers, dealers, distributors, vendors of aftermarket equipment, and media. I basically walk around this show with my camera and microphones and try to learn, of course, about new models, maybe new manufacturers to the country, new tools, equipment, luggage, the things there run the gamut. It's really neat. I also talk to people. I try to talk to people as much as I can. I'm a little bit shy, and so I have to summon the nerve when I want to talk to a representative from a company. It might be a little easier for me to approach these representatives if I could walk up to them and say, would you like to tell my 300,000 YouTube subscribers why your battery is a better buy than battery from company X, etc. But I can't. So I feel like an imposter a little bit, unfortunately, and it makes it a little difficult for me to be as forthright as I probably should be. Oh, I did get rejected this year by a representative of a Chinese motorcycle company. I said, would you mind talking to me about these? And he said, oh no, I already talked to Dave. I said, okay, all right, no problem. Dave's got it covered. Stymied by Dave. There's going to be more about that interaction and that company a little later in the video. So here are the clips. I will occasionally provide some clarity and explanation. I'm not going to really spend any time at the Kawasaki booth. Mostly UTVs here, which I don't care about for the most part. I was just at the eBay Motors booth, and Sheila, very nice lady, gave me a swag bag and a piece of swag, like a miniature car or something. I didn't really inspect it. I was just thankful. I was thankful that she gave me something. That was nice. I visited the beta display a few times trying to get additional footage and information about the Alp X, which captivated me. I ended up getting foiled every time I went there, and this was my last attempt. I got about, 30 seconds of footage of it. Okay, we're making our way to the beta booth. Beta, I love the way these look. I didn't know they made anything for the road that wasn't a really hardcore dual sport, with a 6 foot tall seat. I can't ride any of these. They're all I can't mount them, with my short inseam. Excuse me, I'm just gonna get a couple of quick shots of this. Beta Alp X. Gonna try to get more information about this. I fell in love with this Keyway scooter of all things. It's only let down, in my opinion, by the key switch. I guess I could try to think of the key switch as like Marilyn Monroe's mole, but I just can't do it. I'm going to take a few minutes to look at the Keyway scooters too. I think they're probably the absolute best of the Chinese scooters. You obviously have Vespa, which is, you know, the Italian, the Vespa, Piaggio, which are the best. Look at that. That is so neat. Beautiful seat treatment. Quilted. Feels nice. Kind of, whoops. Piano black instrument or control blocks. This is a really good looking scooter. Still, true love. Never seen one of these before in the metal. Seen them on TV, online. I've driven them in video games. Is this a, what is the technical name for this? Trophy? No? Obviously, it's for the Baja. It's for Baja, whatever kind of race that would be. It's really impressive here. Really impressive in person. Dave Mason Jr. Dave Mason, I'm sorry that I don't recognize your name. I don't really follow this sport. Oh, it is a trophy truck. Okay. Trophy truck, unlimited two-wheel drive. Yeah, Baja, Mexico, US. Place. Custom 1,000 plus horsepower Danzio BBC. I don't know what BBC is. A turbo 400 with underdrive. 40-inch Yokohamas. 110.95 gallon capacity fuel tank. Starlink system. Well, I have a Starlink at home. It's the only thing I have in common with it. Would you like to talk on camera?
We just did earlier.
You just did?
Yeah, another guy, I think it was Dave.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. No problem. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
That was my rejection from Boom Motorcycles. They gave it all to Dave. It was really kind of a shame he wouldn't talk to me. Last year, when I went into the expo, they let media in early for a breakfast. I skipped the breakfast and walked around because there's nobody really on the floor. Very first display that I visited was the Boom motorcycle display. There was no reps there. And I walked around with my camera, just kind of looking them over and talking to myself mostly. But I didn't realize until after I got back that I kept saying Boom. I'm not sure why. Almost like I got a mental defect or something. And it's possible that I do. But it struck me as being kind of funny. After I got back home, I had taken one of their brochures, pamphlets, booklets, and it had a number to call for more information. I couldn't find much about them on the internet. I couldn't find any dealers. So I called this representative and said, where do you sell these things, you know? Maybe they're only selling them in containers. He wasn't very helpful. He kept saying, you go to Florida and buy. You go to Florida and buy. Okay. Never found anything. When I saw they were there again this year, I thought, oh, I'm going to talk to them. Nope, shut down. They gave it all up for Dave. Here is the clip from actually last year's AIM Expo where I was walking around the Boom motorcycle display talking to myself. Boom. Boom. Beep. I need to keep this on. Yikes, don't want to do that. BD25018. Never heard of Boom. Interesting exhaust. Single 250. It's got fingerprints. Crash guards. Neat. Looks neat. I really like that. I'll have to look that up. Look that up. I guess so if I'm going to report on it. Boom. Boom motor. I think this needs to be a little longer. Don't know what this is. What size? There's no indication. Well, I guess this one's for racing. It says so on the side. I bet that's a 125. Nobody's here yet. It's early media hours, so. Boom. Boom. So fuel injected. Up. Right there. It is a 125. Neat. 250. Oh, they're unwrapping the keyways. We're going to go over there. Keyway Benelli. Most of you don't know I have a Benelli, a Leoncino Trail, because I'm always on the Enfield. This looks okay. I wonder if I get in trouble for turning the key on. Ah, nothing happens. RLE X1. Scooter's not my thing. Now this, BD25018. You know that's right up my alley. Huh. FI. That is interesting. Benamo? Standard controls. If you look at this handlebar, it's not clip-ons. It is this handlebar that is just lowered forward to resemble clip-ons. They could lift this up and put some fringes on it and make it into a cruiser. I swear to God. Bend the bars back to there. I don't care, it's neat. Don't know how much it is yet. Have to talk to these folks later. Neat. Oh boy. There he is. Yeah, good boy. XQi 500. I looked at these a bit online before I came to the show. I think they are very good looking. They look practical. One of the problems with these electrics is, well, there's no engine to look at, nothing about the fuel system to admire. The controls are generally on off. I haven't ridden one. I'm sure at some point I'll get to, but I like some of them a lot. This XQi is neat. I wonder if that's some kind of safety thing, like a cord that pulls a parachute. Not a parachute, but something like that. YZ450F. Not a lot of street stuff here from Yamaha. I love this little YZ85. We keep thinking two-strokes are dead, and they're not. That's great. See, no, this was about the right height for me. And that is, what, the cutest little Kickstarter I've ever seen. I'm telling you. WR125. I need to find out more about this. I need to know how much power this thing makes. I'm going to find that out, and I'll put it on the. I'll put it up as a graphic. WR125. I really like this. I don't know how much it costs. 125 seems ridiculously tiny for me, but it's obviously, it's a full-size motorcycle. This was talked about briefly during the presentation yesterday from Yamaha. Sorry. No, you're fine. And they talked about connectivity. I think with this, or was it another one? But it was aimed at kids, and I thought, you got a kid. Put them on a dirt bike. Keep them away. Keep them away from any kind of connectivity. Another YZF. They're all over the place. R1. Okay. Yeah, it's too much for me. I don't know what I'd do with it. Second gear. Of course, you have the weird blades. The whoa, camera went wacky for a moment. The weird blades, the protuberances, I don't understand those. I mean, they're for aerodynamics, I guess, but I don't think I would need them going, 40 miles per hour the way I do. My brother has one of these, Raptor 700. It is a handful. What a fun machine. It is a handful, yeah. It's kind of ferocious. Cool, though. He wouldn't have it any other way. XCape 1200. Oh, boy. I'm not sure what you do with this. This is for the highway. Has to be. I wanted to do a full-length video about the Motomorini Vittore, and I just couldn't make it happen. Either there was human interference, or I couldn't formulate the words, couldn't form the thoughts in the moment, and the Motomorini display was exceptionally popular this year, as well it should be. with that Vittore and the 3.5, which I did put a video out about. Anyway, here are a couple of failed attempts and then one semi-successful attempt. The 450 Vittore. Vittore? I think they say Vittore. I don't know. I like Vittore. I'm at the Moto let me start again. 3, 2, 1. I'm at the Moto Morini display at AIM Expo 2026. Lots of neat bikes here. Maybe you can see the 3.5 in the background. We'll go over that. Gentleman just decided to sit on the bike. The bike I'm filming. That's okay. I can't get it. And then we have the Moto Morini Vittore 450. Vittore. Maybe it's Vittore. I'm not sure. I think I heard them pronounce it Vittore. Yeah. Not a fan of adventure bikes, mostly because they're too tall for me, and too heavy. Some of them I look at, I'm like, who is this for? You know, with 35, 36-inch seat heights, and it just makes no sense to me. This is one of the reasonable ADV bikes, and it is very, very attractive. I mean, really, really a lot of nice touches on this. Rack, or a place for attach a rack maybe, built in. Pillion seat moves up and down according to need. I think I would just adjust it down, get my fat leg over it. 450 twin, can't remember the horsepower off the top of my head. Something like between 45 and 50, I believe. My favorite part of the bike, we'll go around and look at the dash. My favorite part though, absolutely, is the front end. I like the treatment with the lights, and I don't know, it just doesn't look quite as horrible as the front end of a lot of ADV bikes. It looks reasonable. I know I often say reasonable, and I go on about things being reasonable, but I like it. I mean, I like outrageous too, but I appreciate nice looking rather than outrageous sometimes. I don't think those are just reflectors. They must light up. Yeah, they must. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. We've built in hooks. Oh, we're going left air pocket. Unfortunately, it does have a phone for a dashboard. One minus. That's about it, though. Adjustable levers with these little wheels. The master cylinder for the brakes, for the front brakes, that's interesting as well. A lot of manufacturers put ones on that look like urine sample cups, or just black, rectangular. Not this, I like it. The Vittore though, what a neat motorcycle. I really like this thing. Continuing my fascination with Chinese motorcycles, I spent some time at the Ricky Power Sports display. That would be my favorite name for a Chinese motorcycle brand if it weren't for my boom mantra. Elite by RPS. Ricky Power Sports. I haven't examined this booth that closely, but I saw it when I was walking by earlier this morning. And I thought there were some neat motorcycles in here. .140 Racer, automatic. That thing is lovely. I love it. Automatic. So, must be based on a scooter. No brake. Yep. No shifter. No. Get on it and go. Cafe Racer. Pretty neat too. I like that. But this little guy. Oops. LED headlight. The Racer. 140. Love it. Ooh. We have a Racer manual. That was the automatic. This is the Racer manual. There's a shift lever. Let's see if we can get that. Brake. USB power outlet. And the dash looks like the one on the Honda GB350. It's reminiscent of it. It's not perfectly representative. Don't tell anybody, but I fantasize about getting a Ricky Powersports Racer 140 manual in the orange colorway and being the coolest racer guy in Pennsylvania. New from Triumph, the Tracker 400 and the Thruxton 400. Tracker 400, that's the business. That's your racing number right there, 400. And that's a single with two mufflers. Is that necessary? I don't know. Who knows? I like this Thruxton a lot. Thruxton indeed. The bars are a little higher than a classic Thruxton. They're not down here. Dial and screen. Okay, this has one muffler, same engine. Looks good, very good looking motorcycle. I like it. I like that. That is neat. It's not overdone. It's just right. The Thruxton 400. Oh man, just what I need. Another motorcycle I like too much. This dog was the very essence of sweetness and patience. I really wanted to pet him, but I was too shy to approach and ask. What a beautiful, patient dog. I've seen her go through that routine several times between yesterday and today. On and off the bike, strapped in, camera, goggles. So patient. So patient. It did occur to me that this mutt probably gets better ride footage than I do. What am I gonna do?